Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my EachWay Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. As usual here on the channel, I'll just go through a quick recap of how today's selections ran. It wasn't a bad day. We had one winner and two places out of our four selections, so it wasn't bad there. Our winner was Master Burbage, which was at the final SP 4-1 in a good ride by Noel Feely, riding for Neil Mulholland, who had a treble on the card at Plumpton today. It travelled really nicely in the end, and I'm a little bit surprised that there was a drift in the end in this race, considering Master Burbage in my eyes was definitely the worthy favourite, and definitely proved that today with a nice, easy, comfortable ride. And it was pretty obvious really in the last third of the race that Master Burbage was travelling the most comfortably and was probably going to be the one that was going to take home the victory. So that was a nice performance there for us. Our other places that placed were Trojan Star in the first race at Leicester, was making a lot of the running early on, was always prominent, and pretty much set a good pace for it to be set up there to finish in third place. So at 6-1, which we backed overnight, that wasn't a bad price there, and that one finished third, so that wasn't bad on the each way angle. And then the other horse that placed for us was our Nap, Mab Dab. It beat the favourite in the end, which was the Chris Gordon horse. Bit of a surprise winner in the end for Aidan Coleman and Lorney Hill, but it was pretty much a slog out there, and a lot of them actually were being ridden for pressure quite early on. So it was quite a weak race, but Mab Dab managed to finish home in second place, and that wasn't too bad there. The disappointment of the day was Custard the Dragon. It was quite an outsider, but never really looked like winning the race, was never prominent compared to its other rivals in the race, always travelled in midfield, and that's where it ultimately pretty much finished up. So yeah, it wasn't a bad day today, and hopefully we can have a bit of a better day tomorrow. Maybe we could just turn one of those places into a winner. I would like that if that did happen. But it's not a great day's horse racing tomorrow. Two meetings over jumps at Southwell and also as well at Fakenham, and then there's one all-weather meeting at Lingfield, which actually hasn't got a bad card on tomorrow, and not a bad prize money on offer there at Lingfield tomorrow, considering the time of year we are in. So I've done my best to put something together, and I'm actually feeling confident about a lot of these selections tomorrow. I think they all will definitely run good races, and the first race I'm going to be giving you tomorrow is at Fakenham in the 12.50, the first race on the card there, and I'm going with a horse here called Cliffside Park. It's currently 15-8 with bookmakers at the moment. It's currently not the favourite at the moment, but this horse I thought had definitely a good chance in the race tomorrow. It's trained by Ollie Murphy, and champion jockey Richard Johnson takes a ride. He's been riding for this stable quite a lot recently, even though Ollie Murphy is quite a new trainer on the block. I think he's only really just started this year, but he's made a good impression on the National Hunt circuit, and I thought this horse was definitely a worthy winner for him tomorrow, on paper at least. Like I said, it's 15-8 bookmakers at the moment. 2 runs ago, it won a seller over 2 miles at Fakenham, so it's got some good course form. Also as well, Fakenham is quite a sharp track, and a lot of horses tend to keep running well there throughout their career, so I thought that was definitely a positive for it. Also as well, it then went on and put in another good performance behind not a bad rated horse at Southwell last time out, and I thought it was definitely the one to beat tomorrow in the race. It's going to be in receipt of a lot of weight as well from the market favourite, and I thought this one had a good chance of kicking us off tomorrow with a victory. So that's the first selection there, Cliffside Park. We then go to Southwell for the 1:30, and this is going to be the Longshot tomorrow. It's called Whin Park. It's currently 10-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Ben Paulin, who's been having a good time of things lately. He uses the services of conditional jockey Charlie Deutsch here, who will be able to claim £3. Now this horse ran okay in novice company. It wasn't the best horse earlier in the year, but it put in a pleasing effort on its handicap debut last time out at Huntington against some good rated horses, and this is probably a horse that has been had the handicapping in mind. So I thought really Whin Park tomorrow could maybe build on its last time out 4th place, where it wasn't beating a country mile. Also as well, this race is a bit sticky tomorrow. There are quite a lot of horses that we really don't know a lot about yet, and there's also a few exposed horses as well that we maybe want to stay away from. So I thought Whin Park was quite an interesting contender for this stable tomorrow, and I thought 10 to 1 that wasn't maybe a bad price to make the frame there. So that's the second selection tomorrow. We then go to the third selection tomorrow, the only one that we're going for on the all-weather at Lingfield in the 240. Again, it is another favourite. It's called Unforgiving Minute. It's currently around 13 to 8 with bookmakers at the moment. It's trained by John Butler and Adam Kirby, who's pretty much an all-weather specialist jockey. He went very good last year on the all-weather. I think he might have won the all-weather championship title as the leading jockey, but this horse won very well last time at Wolverhampton. It seems to be again another all-weather specialist. A lot of all-weather specialists teaming up here. Like I said, it won well at Wolves last time. It's 6 wins from the all-weather, and that's where most of its wins, in fact all its wins in its career under rules, have come from. So I thought a 6 to 4, where it beat some good rated horses last time out. This is maybe a little bit more easier than last time as well, and even though it is near the top weight, it did give a lot of weight around last time to some good horses. So I thought currently 13 to 8 at the moment, that wasn't a bad one there, and could be quite a likely winner of this race and probably is the one to beat. So that's the selection in the third of our selections tomorrow in the 240 at Lingfield. The last selection then sees us go to Fakenham with our nap for tomorrow in the 250 with a horse called the Golden Hour, trained by Zoe Davison, and she uses the services of the great conditional jockey at the moment who's absolutely on fire, James Byrne, who will be taking £5 off and is really good value. Now this horse makes its handicap debut tomorrow, ran okay in novice company, had some good efforts at Lingfield and wasn't too far beaten by some good horses that have gone on to run some good promising runs early on, and they're quite good rated horses as well. So I thought this one could be an interesting handicap debutant tomorrow off a mark of 90. Also as well, Zoe Davison's been in very good form of late, sending out quite a few winners, and also if her horses haven't won, they've been putting some good performances and being placed. So I thought this one tomorrow could be an interesting contender, and some of the other runners in here are exposed and this one isn't, and I thought maybe this could be the one to go for in the race tomorrow, and I thought 5 to 1 was a little bit of a tempting price there. So that's going to be the nap for tomorrow in the 250 at Fakenham. Anyway, if you've had a good day's horse racing, let us know in the comments box below. Also as well, let us know your fancies for tomorrow as well. Also as well, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate every one of you that has subscribed so far in my journey to become a horse racing journalist. And also as well, you can check us out on Twitter at Lucky15. So that's all I've got to say really. Hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.